lot of times our customers don't even reach our front door. We come to them. Whatever expectation the customer set is what we try to meet.
Welcome, everyone, to the Driving Vision podcast brought to you by the Zeigler Auto Group. And here with me, Auto Group Director of Talent Development, Mike Van Ryn. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks, Sam.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, like it if you do, and leave a comment. This week, we're back with part 2 highlighting the team at Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates for winning Benz's prestigious Best of the Best award. Also, this week, we hear from members of Zeigler's culture team, Z-Force.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the special edition of the Driving Vision Future of Zag Today podcast. Today, Lindsay Latsko with me. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
So we are doing something we've never done before. We're here to celebrate something that's happened twice now, but we're doing it on site like never before. So here today live at Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, we're with the team at Hoffman Estates. So first of all, we've got Bob Sullivan, Fixed Ops Director. Bob,
see ya.
Will you introduce the rest of the team that's with us today, Bob?
Absolutely. Abel Grijalva is our Service Department Manager.
Abel, welcome.
Thank you.
Gary Greco is our Parts Department Manager. And Justin Doney is with us. He supports all things parts and all things service. So
Awesome.
glad to have everybody here.
Well, listen, we're here for a pretty special reason. So it's not often that a dealership gets acknowledged to be one of the best in the nation, particularly in a competitive franchise similar to Mercedes-Benz, where the motto is the best or nothing, right? But you are the best, and you've been acknowledged that by Mercedes-Benz. So congratulations to the Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estate store for winning the Best of the Best award for 2022. Tell us a little bit about this award, Bob.
Well, it's a culmination of all things in the entire store, not just our fixed operations department. We're measured on a number of metrics. We have to be able to sell cars, we have to be able to sell service, we have to be able to sell parts, we have to be able to take very good care of our customers, more so than our competition. Basically, you have to come into work every day and put your numbers up that are better than anybody else. And the competition is not, doesn't relent. It's a tough gig.
So I heard something like only, was it 50 stores won this award?
Right, in the entire United States.
Out of hundreds of dealerships across the United States. So this store is one of those top 50 and has received, the award is well received. So part of the Zeigler Auto Group's mission statement is our family delivering your family the ultimate automotive experience. And in that, the best or nothing and our mission statement, those two brands intersect with our Auto Group goal. Let's talk a little bit how we, within the fixed ops world, which means service, how we've delivered on that ultimate automotive experience over this past year, Bob. Is there anything that stands out to you that separates Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates from the competition in the way you serve our customers?
We are a lot more creative in the ways that we approach our customers. Parts department, service department come together, and we listen to the people that come in to do business with us. I think that if we're not listening, then we just do the same thing over and over again. And as our customers' habits develop into better use of technology, they see comfort and ease in their transactions in other areas, we try to beat our competition to that. So mobile service is a huge part of our growth. Servicing fleets, taking care of customers that either want to come in and wait, that want to drop their vehicle off, that need a valet from their home to our store. We've decided that we would not say no to a customer.
That's an interesting concept. So don't say no to a customer. That's a tough thing to do in our world today, where you can walk into a Starbucks or you can walk into a Best Buy, and it's tough to get a great customer experience. So Abel, what's a way that you in this past year have found ways to not say no to a customer, to create that ultimate automotive experience for them?
So back on that, it would be to touch on what Bob was saying, not to say no to the customer. So even if it's an odd request, it's not something that you would normally see in the automotive field. We're finding ways to say yes. So that's just continuing to evolve customer service, because if you don't evolve, you inevitably will fail, as seen as history has shown.
Yeah. So describe the experience to a customer walking into Hoffman Estates Mercedes-Benz on a regular basis to bring their vehicle into service. What ways have you created that ultimate experience, the best or nothing, for that customer walking in for the very first time?
Well, even if it's not walking in, Sam, it's customers first reach our BDC, who's our first point of contact. And at that point, our BDC is completely empowered to take care of the customer in whatever way that they want to. We do it service your way. However it is that customer wants to be serviced, that's the way we service. So a lot of times our customers don't even reach our front door. We come to them. So it's completely up to the customers. Whatever expectation the customer set is what we try to meet.
So, and in fact, you've got this great mobile service, and it defines Hoffman Estates Mercedes-Benz from any other Mercedes-Benz dealership across the nation. You'll see Zeigler trucks with the Benz logo on it in Texas, in Ohio, Illinois here obviously is our home. Why are you sending trucks out to customers to meet them where they want to be serviced? What's that all about?
So we have the opportunity to help Mercedes-Benz corporate out with Tata airbag recalls, and customers need to be safe. First and foremost, I think above all else, we need to be safe. Customers need to be safe. We provide that opportunity when other dealerships really haven't.
Yeah.
So we reached out to Mercedes-Benz to let them know that we're sort of running out of our own customer base here, and we have all these resources. So they were able to partner with us and give us lists of customers that are in basically every state west of the Mississippi at this point. And then we call them, this again, the BDC that we talked about earlier. They reach out and we set up routes. We fly technicians to them. We drive these Zeigler vans to them, and we service them at their home. And they're just ultimately impressed. Whether we drive that business back to us or we drive it to another dealer, we end up keeping a lot of brand loyal customers for that Mercedes-Benz experience. And we get calls back from customers that are in California, that are in Washington State. And they just want us to come change the oil now because the Zeigler truck showed up. Our guys are super polite. They're professional. They're dressed right. It's just exactly what you would expect from a high-end service visit.
So who drives these mobile service vans? None of us here, right?
No, we got much more qualified people.
So you've got to have some crazy stories of customers. So listen, here's what I'm thinking about. I walk into Best Buy and I'm like, I need an XLR cable. Now people may laugh at you. They're like, yeah, 10 years ago we had that. Today we don't stock anything. You got to like go online and order from a computer. I don't want to order from a computer. I want to have a personal human experience. Don't you think people crave that personal experience today?
Absolutely.
So are there any crazy requests that you've heard of from your service trucks that kind of set you apart in being able to meet that request versus any others? What's the craziest thing in mobile you've seen?
Mobile, there's not a lot of stuff that would cause us to pause and say, uh-oh.
Not uh-oh, it's like, what were they thinking?
So, but we've had customers before that hey, we're on our way over.
Yeah.
We're leaving this appointment. We'll be by you in about 45 minutes. And the request would come through and say, is there any way that you could stop at In-N-Out Burger?
Oh my gosh.
and pick something up. And we do.
So Lindsay, do you think they did it?
Yeah, of course, above and beyond for the customer.
You did it? Yeah. You stopped at In-N-Out. In-N-Out delivering to the customer via Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates delivery vans. That's crazy. Abel, anything you've seen like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's similar requests, and when we might already be there, like my Jaguar's not starting. You know, we might be there for a Mercedes-Benz visit, and they just say, "You mind looking at this?" And every person on the team knows that they are completely empowered to say yes. They don't have to call and get permission.
Yeah.
And you know, if it's a lawnmower, they'll still look at it at least and try to give the customer any type of help and assistance that they can. So,
Gary, what have you seen? In what ways have you delivered in unique ways in the Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates experience?
Well, I think Abel and Bob both set it off correctly. We're not a parts team or a service team. We're a fixed operations team. And so it's definitely a group effort in this whole thing. And that group effort extends beyond the service team. It goes to technicians, service advisors, the porters here, the accounting department upstairs. All of these things factor into what we're doing here. And we try not to say anything to anybody. I do have a crazy one, Justin here. We had a piece that was broken in a car down in Texas, a dash piece. We had to locate an entire dash out of a junked car, send the dash here, pull that piece off of the dash, and then ship it down there so a technician could install it for a customer.
So that's an incredible example, Gary. In our world, why is it that in in kind of the shadow of COVID, the consumer expectation is lowered to the point where a lot of companies would just say, hey, you know what? I don't know where the dash is. It's going to be a 6-month delay. You're just going to have to wait. What is it about us or you that enables you to create that experience where you're willing to go source it, find it, deliver it, install it, and make that customer have that incredible experience?
You got to have a great team and a great assistant manager. And I would say that would be Justin Doney, right? That's the start right there for me.
So Justin,
Yes.
is what Gary say is what he's saying true? Did you find this dash?
Yeah, I found the dash, but
Why did you go searching for it?
why did we do that?
Yeah.
Because we are better than everybody else out there. This is what needed to be done, and we just stepped up and handled it.
So it's interesting in the world today, in a lot of customer service situations, people would say, I can't find that part. We don't have time to find that part. There's a tech order back delay. But that wasn't your answer, Justin. Your answer was, I accept that challenge. I'm going to go find it, and I'm going to delight the customer as an example. What went through your head when you heard that request and you're like, they don't exist. I got to go find it in a junkyard.
Yeah, it was not a good situation. It was discontinued and has been for quite some time. But the customer doesn't want to hear that. They want to hear, what are we doing to make it better? What are we doing to show them value and to prove ourselves?
And you owned that. You said, I can make a difference in the world. I can, delivering on our mission statement, I can change somebody's life. What was the response from the customer when you got it done?
I never spoke to the customer. This was all done. I'm one small piece in a big team. So this ends up going to Gary, who ends up working with some of our mobile team. I'm sure the customer was thrilled, but every single person needs to contribute to make it a success.
Yeah. So tell me this, Justin. A lot of people say, hey, there will come a point where technology replaces people in the car business. As you're describing that situation, the one thing that went through my head is there's a bunch of people and there's a bunch of technology. But without the tenacity of the people backing up that technology, it would have been tough to deliver on that dash. Fair?
Fair. Yeah.
Why are people and that tenacity that you have still so important to creating that ultimate automotive experience?
Without it, you're not going to succeed, and part of how we can get there is this dealer group allows us to have a lot of autonomy. We all know what our jobs are, and we need sometimes a little bit of room and freedom to make that happen.
Yeah.
So I get that from Gary, who I'm sure works with Bob and Mike and Aaron to make that happen. So this is the results.
How do you empower Justin, Gary?
Well, not just Justin, it's the entire team. The previous auto group that we were owned by, they kind of had the handcuffs on us. And I think that's truly evident with Mr. Sullivan next to me, 20 plus years in the business. And some of these small ideas have just steamrolled into this mobile service, into several different things that have just continued for us. Abel being moved up to a service manager. All these integrated pieces have just continued this train rolling.
Isn't it interesting how we show up to work to engage in a cause, and the cause is the best or nothing, delivering the ultimate automotive experience. We need to make a paycheck, but that's not everything. The paycheck isn't. It's about getting fulfillment with the work we do. Abel, what's the satisfaction that you get from coming to work and working towards this mission that we're all tasked with?
Simply put, the success of the team that I have. It's 100. That's why I come to work. Obviously, yes, we all come to work to get compensated, but that fulfillment comes from every one of my team members and colleagues being successful, which makes the entire organization successful.
That's awesome. What's a way that Bob empowers you to deliver on our mission statement?
Well, I know my commander's intent, so
I love that, by the way. You're referring to the book. Oh no, it's a book, right?
It is part
the
of a
submarine
book.
book.
But he literally gives us his intent.
Yes.
He hands it to us day one, and basically he gives me the complete freedom beyond that to do what I need to do. So when I know I have that support, from him, it just allows me to do what I think I need to do to take care of the customer and our employees here.
Yeah. Bob Sullivan, where did that come from? How are you empowered to deliver on your role? And Commander's Intent, that's a great reference from a book. Do you know the book?
Well, it's from the military. So It's Your Ship is the name of the book.
Yep.
And
submarine, right?
It's actually a destroyer.
Okay, I don't know the facts, but it was a good book anyway.
Gosh, I wish I could remember the captain's name, Michael Abershaw.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it was kind of neat. I was in the military, 100,000 years ago, it seems. But it's something that not everything transitions from the military, but this does. So if you understand, I understand what Mike wants from the fixed operations department. We understand what Aaron wants from this dealership. There's really no question. If it's laid out clearly as a vision, and that is our family delivering your family the ultimate automotive experience, then we just make the decisions that fit that structure. If we offend a customer, if we tell somebody no, if Justin doesn't go and get this part and use all of his resources, that's not the ultimate automotive experience. So I think that if we all are on board with that, we all understand what that is, it makes it easier to work together as a team. It makes it easier to build a bigger team, a better team as we move forward, and we get people out of the different areas, different sectors of the industry.
So there are two paths really with that. I love Commander's intent and the empowerment to do your job, to know your job. The other path is micromanagement, right? It's like, if you're going to spend an extra $100 to delight the customer, you need approval to do that. That's not our culture here, right?
Correct.
How does that make you feel knowing that you're empowered to make the difference in a customer's life and you don't need to go seek authority to do that? You're empowered to do that.
Makes me feel like I'm a partner, that this is my dealership too. The decisions that I make either make it or break it.
Yeah.
And if I'm given the authority to do it, I'm given the trust to do it. I'm given the training to do it. I'm given the team to do it. Failure is then my issue.
Yeah.
I
love that. I love that. In fact, I'm inspired and I'm excited just hearing about it because it shows how we're able to deliver a result that's truly extraordinary because we are a team of one made up of a bunch of individuals who bring their strengths and weaknesses on a goal. So because we are individuals, final question, and then we're going to hear from some additional team members here at Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates. So Justin, starting with you, what's one thing that most people on Team Zeigler or maybe your customers may not know about you that would surprise people if they learned it?
I spent the first 12 years of my career actually as a technician. So I think that helped me transition now 8 years in parts, kind of be able to see it from their perspective to do my job better.
What's one thing? Parts is an interesting job. Because if you talk to most people in the world, in sales, in the office, elsewhere, they're like, you're a parts manager, right? What's the one thing that most people misunderstand about being parts? Which, by the way, is a super crucial job. If you don't have parts, to quote Seinfeld, if you don't have the part, it's all about having the part. Anybody can take a reservation. You got to have the part in order to do the job, right?
So, you do. Yeah.
I delivered that quote terribly, didn't I, Lindsay?
So it's a lot of paperwork. Gary does a lot of paperwork. I try to streamline some of that for him. It's a lot of watching for trends so you can get ahead of it.
Yeah. Getting
stuff in stock before that you need it, because you got to get it before the other dealers get it. And we try to watch for those pretty aggressively.
Yeah. Now that's interesting. In a world of not everything is freely available, you got to beat people to that trend.
Yeah,
all right, Gary, what's one thing that would surprise most people that in the auto group they may not know about you?
I collect vintage skateboards, and I haven't skateboarded in probably 25 years.
Skateboards? How many skateboards do you have?
Maybe about 100 of them.
You have 100 skateboards. Ask it.
What's your oldest skateboard?
One from 1983. It's a Tony Hawk Powell Peralta Mini, and it's hot pink.
Do you collect skateboards? My son thinks I'm so boring. If he's listening, he'll vouch for this. He would love to come over to your house. He collects skateboards and shoes. So that's astounding. Does it take up a big room? Is it a party? Is it a wing of the house? Is it what is it?
I only actually display about 10 of them, and the rest are just in a big stack.
Okay.
So maybe someday I'll make a room for them.
What's your end game? Does it just excite you to have that many, or is it?
I didn't grow up with the most amount of money, so I think just having these just brings me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
More than anything.
That's interesting. Some of the most successful and best people in our business have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because maybe they didn't grow up with a lot of the things that surround us. As we sit on this floor here in Hoffman Estates Mercedes-Benz Maybach around us in this beautiful facility, what does it mean to you, the opportunity that this role has given you to kind of come out of that circumstance?
Well, it was all about an opportunity, and I never had an opportunity until I was headhunted out here, came to work in Illinois, and once I got the opportunity, it's all about building that team around you, because you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So, and I feel I have 13 of the best parts guys in the business right now.
And Gary, you're making a difference in their world. So thank you for that. So Abel, something most people don't know about you.
Mine will also be, I started my career off as a parts driver, and I've been with Mercedes-Benz now for, I don't want to admit this, but well over 20 years. And, I started off as an apprentice, technician, team leader, shop foreman, and worked my way into service management. So if you were at the correct organization, and Zeigler certainly is, you can have the opportunity for growth. And again, so I started off at the very bottom in the service chain, and I felt like I moved all the way to the top.
That's awesome. We often say on here, Lindsay and I have said before, and the auto industry is the last great American industry. As long as you have that tenacity and desire to work, you can achieve and accomplish extraordinary things. Fair? So
Very
Bob,
fair.
what's something most people don't know about Bob Sullivan?
Gosh, I'm an open book, but I actually went through the shellback initiation when I was in the military. So I've crossed the equator, was beaten within an inch of my life by some really close friends, and survived to tell the tale.
Okay. Beaten within an inch of your life by close friends. How do close friends beat you within an inch of your life? I love that.
They smile.
Okay, that's
while
fair.
they do it. But,
That's called the military, right?
Right.
So, well, Lindsay, Bob, Abel, Gary, Justin, we appreciate you guys being on here. We're going to take a brief break, reset, and come back with more from Zeigler, Hoffman Estates, Mercedes-Benz. Congratulations on this incredible honor. And we're grateful for the service and the change you're making in the world every single day by how you deliver on this mission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey, Team Zeigler. We are in Fort Wayne, Indiana with Team Zeigler Byrider, and I've got a couple guests with me today. Mark Kaprasky. Mark, you want to introduce your special guest with us?
Yeah, so down here in Fort Wayne, we presented our second traveling diamond drop, and our winner is Christy Lane. Congratulations, Christy. Thank you for everything that you do for us and all the times you've stepped up and really learned and taken on new processes.
Awesome. Christy, thanks for being with us today and awesome recognition from your team. What position are you in with Byrider, and how long have you been on board?
I am the new title clerk, and I have been here since September of 2022.
That's fantastic. And I know you're not just a title clerk. You are a master of all trades and do a bunch for the team here. I heard that today, and they recognized you. So well-deserved recognition, Christy. What's something maybe others may not know about you?
I adopted a little girl going on 3 years ago. She has had some health issues in the past, but we are climbing milestones and looking forward to the future.
That's fantastic. And what is her name and how old is she?
Her name is Willow Maria, and she is going to be 6 years old in October.
That's neat, Christy. And I understand that Willow has a significant meaning for you. What's that name mean?
Willow is a branch, it's unbreakable, and she was born at 25 weeks, so she's had a lot of ups and downs. And then her middle name is Maria, which means miracle in Old Spanish.
That's so cool, Christy, and that's something that's near and dear to my heart as well. So we wanted to recognize Willow and recognize you for everything that you've done for your team at Byrider and also everything you've done for Willow. We appreciate you. We'll close it out with Mark.
Hi, thanks again, Christy, for everything that you do. And Zeigler team, please remember, don't forget to recognize your teammates and the goals that they've accomplished, and so that we can bring this auto group to new heights.
Thanks.
Hey Zeigler Auto Group, Jillian here with Zeigler Granville. I have Jared Carr with us here today. Jared, what is your position here with Zeigler?
I am the outside sales rep for wholesale parts between our departments in Granville, Kalamazoo, also partly in Orland Park.
All right, how long have you been with Zeigler?
I've been here about 5 years now.
How long have you been a chef?
Longer than I can remember. I did probably 16 years in restaurants, between restaurants and catering and culinary school as well.
Awesome. So I have Jared here today because he prepared our last luncheon that fed around 100 people. Can you tell us a little bit about your prep for that?
It was a long day. It was about 16 hours worth of cooking for me. I started at about 6 o'clock in the morning. We did brisket, ribs, mac and cheese, cornbread, basic barbecue stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of an all-day thing, worked all day, and then until about 1 in the morning the next day, which was Friday, which was the luncheon, and, a little smoker fire here and there, a little bit of everything. But it was just a long day of cooking. I don't mind it. It's easy for me to do, and I enjoy feeding people. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of a pleasure for me to take care of.
Well, it turned out really great. Everyone was super excited, and I'm going to have you here again soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe in a few months. But just want to thank you for your time, and it was really special. You put together those to-go packages for the drivers. Get some lunch out to them because they can't always make it to our luncheons.
Everybody is important.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. Kind of the reason I took this on. You know, I want to show everybody here that they're appreciated, whether it be girls in the office, whether it be the salespeople downstairs, whether it be, you know, parts guys. You know, I want to make sure everybody knows, hey, you know, I'm willing to do this. You know, I'll take some time out of my day to make sure everybody gets a great lunch. You know, we have luncheons, which are great, but I feel like I wanted to put something above and beyond out for you guys, and I really appreciated doing that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today, Jared.
No
We
problem.
appreciate it.
Good morning. My name is Adrian and I'm here with Donna. We are out of the Granville Zeigler location. Donna, how long have you been with the auto group for?
I've been here for 5 years in August as a driver.
Okay. And then I feel like Donna, she's kind of a jack of all trades. She does kind of whatever we need her to do, and she has been phenomenal and super easy to work with. What are some of the highlights of your job? Like, what is something that you value most about what you do?
I value the fact that I get to meet people as I was a greeter for service. And I've met some wonderful people, and we've been friends ever since. And I like the driving and to be able to meet other people from other Zeigler stores. And it's been an honor to work here, really, because everybody is so nice. Everybody gets along, and I really
We're a great team,
appreciate
right?
it. Yes, we are a great team.
Aw. Well, good. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with us, and I just wanted to put the spotlight on you and our drivers and the rest of the people that don't necessarily get acknowledged as much as they should, because without you guys, we really can't do what we do. We can't operate to our full capacity without you guys. So you guys kind of make us who we are.
Well, I really appreciate what you're saying too, and we do have a good group of drivers. We've had most of the drivers that are here have been here for the same length of time, and they're willing to take time out of their days to do the drives. And
yeah, no, that's perfect. Well, Donna, keep staying elite, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this with you.
And thank you.
Hey guys, it's Jay Edwards from Zeigler Ford Lincoln and Elkhart. I'm here with a new hire of ours, Jared Anderson. So Jared, how's your experience been so far here at Zeigler?
It's been very good. Everyone's been very welcoming so far. Everyone's helped me with training, any questions that I have, anything like that. So yeah, I already feel a part of the team here.
What do you love most about sales?
I like the sort of the competitive nature of it. You know, I like being driven to do better, make more money for both myself and the company. And then I like learning about all the cars and staying up to date with the industry.
Okay. Speaking of cars, if you could buy one car off the showroom floor, what would it be?
I would actually, so probably two things. Anyone, just probably I'd start with a Bronco. I like the new Broncos. They're a lot more powerful now. It's a nice big SUV that can go off-road. I think that's pretty cool. And then other than that, I would probably try to rebuild the first truck that I ever bought, which was an F-150. So if I could get like a current rebuild, 23 model or, a new model of what I used to have, basically, I think that would be pretty cool for me.
Cool. I don't think you have a problem doing that working here.
Right.
And last question for you would be, what are some hobbies of yours? What are you interested in?
Well, I like to stay in shape. I like to work out a lot. And then other than that, I like music. So drums, guitar, just like to kind of jam out, practice, whatever.
Perfect. Well, it was nice to meet you, Jared. I look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Zach Morford here with Zach Cardis at the Lowell location. Zach has recently stepped up to become our backup F&I manager, taking on some additional responsibility. Zach, what does it mean to you to be given that opportunity?
Yeah, it's a really, really neat opportunity. So kind of the position that I'm in. So I do a little bit of both. So still selling cars, but then also doing the whole backup finance thing. So being able to jump back and forth between those two things is really unique, and not a lot of people can say that they can do that. The other nice thing is, obviously I want to try to be the best at both. So like I said, that the opportunity to be able to do something like that is super unique, and I'm going to try my best to be as good as possible at both of those things.
And Zach, what does it mean to you to be part of an auto group that provides you with those opportunities for growth?
Yeah, 100%. So I'll say it a million times. The Zeigler Auto Group is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. Obviously, I've worked here since I was 16 detailing cars, and my dad's been here for 30 years, and I don't plan on going anywhere. So the Zeigler Auto Group is amazing. I plan to grow as much as I can inside of the auto group and work here for as long as humanly possible. So it's great to work for an auto group like Zeigler.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Yep, thank you.
This is Brian Applin over at Plainwell Ford. I'm here with new parts manager, Ryan Nort, who came up to visit us and be with us here from Elkhart. We want to welcome Ryan to the team and talk a little bit and get to know Ryan. Ryan, how has your transition been to Plainwell Ford from Elkhart?
So my transition from the Elkhart store to the Plainwell Ford store has been definitely a seamless one. I got welcomed right in. I feel great, fantastic, ready to go. And it's been about 6 months now, and I just feel like I have been able to do a lot and really show my vision of what I feel like a parts department should be.
That's awesome, Ryan. We're really excited for you to come on up, join the team. Congratulations on the promotion, and we're really happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Team Zeigler, we are here in Chicago in the Hoffman Estates stores, and I've got a special guest with me today, CC Settles. CC, welcome, and can you tell us a bit about the position you're in, because it's a unique position within Team Zeigler.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm the mobile service coordinator here in Hoffman Estates, and I work with our mobile service team to bring the dealership experience to our client base at their preferred location and at their convenience.
Mobile service, that is really cool. You're leading the team, and is it true that we're going kind of all across the United States?
We are. We had the opportunity to work in 19 states last year, and we're looking forward to greatly expanding that number this year.
Well, you and your team have grown the team tremendously and providing an excellent level of service for our customers. So kudos to you, CC. We appreciate you. We see you. We recognize you for everything that you do, and it's awesome. And we're looking forward to seeing more growth as well. Is there anything unique or interesting about yourself that you'd like to share with others at Team Zeigler?
Well, thank you so much for those accolades, Mike. That's very kind of you. When I'm not working all the time, because I absolutely love this job and do devote quite a few hours a week to it. Outside of work, I enjoy cooking, baking, cross-stitch, traveling, and spending time with my dog.
And what's your dog's name?
My dog's name is Fiona. She's about to be 3, and she's just about to be 100 pounds as well. We're very excited.
And Fiona has an Instagram. Is that correct? Fun. Check that one out. Also, I got to ask you, what are you maybe most proud of, or what do you enjoy the most about your position, CC?
I think the thing that I enjoy most about this position is all of the wonderful people that I get to work with. Every single person on both the mobile service team and at Zeigler writ large is just incredible. I've never worked with such a robust and really truly excellent and dedicated group of people as I've found here at Zeigler Automotive Group.
Well, that's really well said, and that's a tribute to all of our teams across the ZAG on our world-class culture that we build. I know recently, CC, I got to know you even better, and you went through Zeigler University and some of our leadership courses. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
I did have the opportunity to get to know you and Araya Daniels better through the 5-part leadership course that the two of you put together last year. And that was a really tremendous opportunity, and I would recommend that not only that course, but any other Zeigler University opportunity to anyone at the organization. I think Zeigler University provides a great resource to develop professionally and personally, just across the board with growth.
Well, you heard it from CC Settles. Thanks, CC. Appreciate all that you do, and I look forward to seeing more success for your team and for our customers across the ZAG. Great job.
Thanks to Fixed Ops team at Mercedes-Benz Hoffman Estates for sharing their culture with the Driving Vision podcast. Also, thanks to Zeigler Z-Force for highlighting team members across the Zeigler Auto Group. Until next week, how are you driving vision today?